Good morning, you guys. It's day 2 here in Venice. I'm very excited today to check out the main parts of Venice, the mainland, because yesterday we did the islands, which were amazing, beautiful. Murano, incredible, one of the best places I think I've ever been. But now I'm excited to see the rest of Venice. We didn't really get to see much of the mainland of Venice yesterday because I was just tired and everything started to close at around 5 PM. So I'm excited to go and explore the main part of Venice. When you get on the Vallaresso, always make sure you get to the back because you've got the best views and you can see everything. And off we go. First place I'm going to is the Rialto Bridge. I saw it last night, but that was at night time. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like during the day when it's full of people, just packed. Gondola, gondola. Here we go, I've made it to the Rialto Bridge. You can see a load of people on gondolas crossing by. That seems the best way of getting across, getting through Venice, going around the Grand Canal. But yeah, here we go, Rialto Bridge. It's the oldest of the 4 bridges in Venice. It's also got loads of shops running along it. Probably wouldn't advise shopping there because they're all touristy souvenir shops that are probably gonna rip you off. As you walk across the Rialto Bridge, you'll find the CHIESA di San Giacomo de Rialto, and it's got the weirdest clock I've ever seen on a church. I don't know what you'd describe that as. It's interesting. Right, I desperately need a pick-me-up, so I'm gonna find a place to have a coffee on the Grand Canal, and I'm gonna look at the Rialto Bridge like a real tourist, and probably pay premium prices for it as well. Aha. This looks like the spot. I think this side is far better. So if you want to get a photo, this side is the side that you want. There's cafes here as well, and that's where I'm going. Quick pit stop to get some sparkling water, just freshen up a bit, rehydrate with the beautiful view of the Rialto Bridge. I asked for some ice, and he brought me the North Pole. So I am not sure how much you can trust TripAdvisor reviews for restaurants. That restaurant that I just went to was rated like top 50 in the whole of Venice, but they persuade you to leave them a 5-star review. And you can use that to your advantage because I got a free coffee out of it. I said to them, you'll get your 5-star review, give me a free coffee, how's that sound? Back over the Rialto Bridge to the church, the Santa Maria Formosa, which is 10 minutes from here. Venice is full of these little tiny back alleys that will lead you into another beautiful area. So get lost in Venice. So gondola rides, very enticing and very Venetian, but also very, very expensive. It's a flat rate of 80 euros to go on a gondola ride during the day or 100 euros at night time. But if you share the cost between a group of you, up to 6, it becomes a lot cheaper. But it is very Venetian, and if you didn't do it in Venice, then, you know, what are you doing? Obviously I'm here on my own, so I'm not gonna do that because, yeah. So I found the church, the Santa Maria Formosa, but it looks closed. Again, this is the second church now I've found that looks closed. Why do I have such bad luck with these damn churches? Either that or I just can't find the entrance. Excuse me, how do I get to the church? The church? Santa Maria Formosa. Oh, other side. Thank you, grazie. See, that's definitely closed. Yeah, it's closed, so can't go inside. Oh well, if you come when it's open, maybe you'll get the luxury of exploring inside. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to because it's closed. So I'm going to find this bookshop called Libreria something Alta. It's apparently got a really cool staircase of books, whilst also coupling as a vintage bookshop. So these are all real books piled up. very, very old and very, very cool. But everything in here is in Italian, so unless you know how to read Italian, you're probably not going to find anything for you. But it's cool to see for the novelty. What's interesting though is when it floods, so does the bookshop. So all the books must get ruined. And I guess that's why all these ones at the bottom are all very mouldy. So this is why everybody comes to this bookshop, for the photo op. Look at how old everything is. Like, all the buildings look like they've lost all their paintwork, their outer coating. It's so beautiful to see. You've got to see it to believe it. So I've just figured out that this is where the residents of Venice live. They live in these little courtyards that are in the back streets as you're wandering through. Look how cute this is. They have their own little courtyard. Fun fact though, there's only about 50,000 residents in Venice, and I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I think it's about 20 million visitors per year. Mental. So I'm in the Chiesa di San Zaccaria, and downstairs there's a crypt. It's a lovely church. It's the first one that I've actually found that's open, because they all close until 2:30. But I'm going to go downstairs to the crypt. And sometimes it's full of water, because Venice is obviously built on water. Let's have a look. Wow. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is all water, where it's all flooded inside. Can't imagine what it's like in rainfall season when Venice floods. I'm assuming this is all full of water. So I'm walking along the Riva degli Schiavoni, where you can get that classic photo with all the gondolas, and I'm not sure what that is. I think it's the Maggiore church or something like that. But it's gorgeous, it really is. Really nice little walk before you get to the Bridge of Sighs. And the Bridge of Sighs from the other side. But I'm starving now, so I'm gonna go get a pizza before I go to St. Doge's Palace. So because there was a fresh pasta option available, fresh seafood apparently caught this morning, so I got that instead, and it looks spot on. Fresh pasta, and it's massive pieces of pasta, and they're cooked perfectly in a fresh tomato sauce with clams, mussels. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is amazing. So this is the Piazza San Marco. And all these restaurants are empty, like there's nobody in them, so that's obviously down to current circumstances. That's the Basilica as well behind me, which we're going to go to, and also there's the tower, which gives you some good panoramic views of the city, so I'm going to go check that out in a minute. And Doge's Palace, but yeah, Piazza San Marco, this is basically the middle area of Venice. So first I'm going to go up the Campanile San Marco. So you can't get up to the top by stairs. There's only a lift available. It's 10 euros to the top, but you get a full panoramic view of the entire city. You can see everything, all the neighboring islands. It gives you a whole different perspective of the place. What's not that good though is there's no signage telling you what you're seeing from up here. They've only got these things telling you to download the Panoramic Venice app. Check the App Store, it's $2.99, so you pay 10 euros to get to the top, then they want you to pay another $2.99 for the app. No mate. There's queues to get up, there's queues to get down. There it was, Campanile San Marco. Amazing at the top, absolutely amazing. Didn't have a clue what I was looking at, but still, for 10 euros, defo. Basilica's closed, which is annoying, so you can only go on the terrace, which is here, and the terrace in there, which they have a strict no videoing and photos policy. We know how we feel about those, don't we? Tell you what though, the mosaics are pretty impressive. This architecture is known as Italo-Byzantine architecture. It's full of mosaics. Really pretty. Very, very pretty. So, Doge's Palace is just closed. Last entry's at 5 PM. Guess what time it is? 3 minutes past 5, so he wouldn't let me in. So yeah, that's a nightmare, isn't it? Too much of this, that's why I missed it. So this just here is Harry's Bar. It's very famous for creating the Bellini. So if you like a Bellini, that is your spot. Heavily overpriced though. You can get a Bellini anywhere else but there. Doesn't really look anything special inside. So I think it's more just for the name and the fact that they created the Bellini. But if you're into your Bellinis, maybe you like it. Harry's Bar. So this is CALLE VALLARESSO. This is the expensive part of San Marco if you want to do some expensive shopping. Saint Laurent smells expensive, looks expensive, expensive shopping. Here it is. So this is the Palazzo Contarini del Bavolo, and it's annoying because that's also just closed 5 minutes ago. Be aware that all of these attractions close before it actually says it closes online. So be aware of that, because this says it closes at 6, last entry is 5:30. But I have heard it's better to look at just from the outside, just for the architecture, rather than actually going up it, because it's pretty bland view if you've just been to the Campanile San Marco viewpoint. Sometimes this is what happens when you travel. It doesn't go exactly to plan. Places close before you expect them to, but then I can tell you this on the video, and you can hopefully not make the same mistake that I make twice today. Today's been a good day, hasn't it? There's actually some really cool shops around here if you just do some wandering. There's the Merchant of Venice, which sells some really nice perfume. It smells so good in there. And mask shops, there's loads of masks. You're always going to find masks in Venice because the carnival, which is in January, is a big thing here in Venice. So you'll always find masks if you want to get a mask. Which is annoying because I bought one in Rome for like quadruple the price that they are here. And that behind me is La Fenice Theatre. It's actually burnt down 2 or 3 times, I believe, and it's been made even more beautiful every single time. Truly spectacular. Also, if you check the itineraries online, you might be able to see a live show, but you do have to dress up for that. I believe it's black suits, black ties. For a venue like that, you're gonna have to wear something like that. With the €10 entry, you'll also get an audio guide, and it'll take about 45 minutes to get around. But you don't necessarily need the audio guide to really experience how sick it is inside. Is it just me, or is that tower tilted as well? So quiet all of a sudden. Like, with it being 6:30, there's nobody here, which is obviously so rare for Venice. But it's really nice to see the city like this. Just really chill. All the water's super calm. I didn't even see any gondolas on the water, but all the shops are closed. Yeah, San Marco district. It's really nice to just wander around. Oh yeah, and if you do ever take a gondola trip, just prepare to be in millions of people's photos and millions of people's videos. Aha! That's it. Ciao. And there it is. Cookies and salted caramel gelato from Gelato di Natura. See how it is. Wow. Oh my god. So the cookies is made with Biscoff cookies. So if you know what they are, so good. So if you don't want to spend the extortionate prices for a gondola trip on the Grand Canal, you can just jump on one of these public Vaporetto water buses from the Rialto water bus station, and that's the Rialto Bridge down there. For 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it'll take you all the way through the Grand Canal over to the train station. So that's a quick hack. You want the Tronchetto water bus from C. That is how you travel on the Grand Canal without paying the gondola prices. $7.50 or all-day pass. It's included. So next I'm gonna head back on the Vaporetto water bus and head to a restaurant. And here it is. The water taxi. What is annoying is if you're trying to get the best seat on the Vaporetto, which will be at the front, they do let Venetian residents on priority, so they all take the best seats. So you are going to have to stand, but you still get to experience the Grand Canal. Murano. And back we are in the hotel. I've got the kettle on, chamomile tea, ready to send me to sleep. Let me find some good lighting. Dinner tonight, by the way, I have to say, that was definitely the best meal of this entire trip. That gnocchi, spot on, but the tuna was different. Now, I didn't get to do a few things this trip, such as Doge's Palace, which I really want to go to. There's a few galleries that I want to go to as well tomorrow, my final day. I'm excited, really looking forward to tomorrow to finish off the trip on a really high note. But so far, Venice, you have overperformed. Italy, again, amazing. Good night.